No, Arnab, we better
Arnab,
jack up our
Pakistan
defense
and
budget
China,
to
of course.
3%.
Yes, Jan Pannu.
Arnab, as has been read between Pakistan and China, they have some kind of a symphony that they play together. When you are talking about the air defense systems going down, I think the air defense systems were very hurriedly cobbled up together with the Chinese experts and Chinese operators. Pakistani officers and the military could not handle them. I suspect even some of the aircrafts could have been flown by the Chinese pilots.
Okay.
The Chinese have not fought a war with their own equipment. They have developed a very huge military-industrial complex, but they have not tested any of their equipment. They have always tried to find some place or the other where they could field equipment which could be put to test. With the Pakistani body bags and the Chinese hardware, I think this was a great combination that they could achieve. Pakistan is an interesting nation because it is also not only a terrorist, but I think there is also underworld here. A lot of underworld does parallel economy work where a lot of cash flows through the drugs and a lot of stuff comes which is unaccounted. You can't even mention from where certain things are coming and could well be from United States of America because there is also a deal, underhand deal, which is going on with some cash or some bitcoins or cryptocurrency.
With people close to Trump and
so when
apparently,
you're looking
we
at
heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that if India has to prepare for the next war, we have to build a deterrent so that India does not get attacked. And deterrence is not only building capability, but it's also demonstrating capability. Some amount of capability has been demonstrated. Let's assume that all those 22 targets were actually stuck by India.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Chinese air defense system collapsed, and it would not have collapsed on its own. It was actually brought down by the Indian Air Force and the systems that we have in place. If you recall, in Gulf War I, the Americans actually first attacked the air defense systems of Iraq completely, and they had full air superiority, and then they had complete air dominance of that area. With air defense systems going off, the complete air dominance is achievable. As a result, if 22 targets have got stuck, if they have, and they have felt it and it's got reported, obviously there was no air defense there, and air defense from the Chinese perspective, they would have gathered data. Now, let me give credit to something which I'm sure must be happening that we don't know. That is the Chinese now gathering the data of how it happened, who did what, and what they need to do next. This is a laboratory of China with the manpower of the Pakistanis, that they would sit together and work out the next way how the military-industrial complex of the Pakistan and China put together would go back to the drawing board, to the R&D, to work it out how to get back to India. But I think on the other side, I think it is also a data that India has collected on how the Chinese have worked, how their equipment has worked, and how the indigenization that India has been up to, we have achieved quite a reasonable amount of superiority with the Indian equipment. And I think even India would go back to certain amount of research and development, certain amount of reconfiguring of our defensive systems and make it more superior. And it is easier for India to make it superior because we don't have to go to different countries, because a lot of stuff is being done internally in India. And I think India has today a capability that while fighting a war, we can reconfigure. While fighting a war, we can very, very quickly come back with our own industry, which is in support of us. You know, there are a number of industries, and I'm not going to name the research and development, which is now a lot has become private. I think India will have to, and as General Bakshi was saying, you give them defense budget and then deliver the equipment. If they don't get the money, how would they deliver the equipment?
Yes.
And I think we don't have to really reveal it to the outside world what India would do, but I think India would do well.